West Cork food culture has long remained a treasured staple of the community. With an abundance of high quality and organic produce at their fingertips, there has been no shortage in the establishment of artisan food producers and their need to share this passion for quality food with the nation. And in Skibbereen, the same can be said for Hayley Milthrop and the Cultured Food Company. First and foremost, Hayley is a devoted mother to her 4 daughters. And although having established and managed her own food company for the past 6 years, even she admits becoming a business owner was never really part of a plan.
I originally studied nutrition and I wanted to be a nutritionist. It unexpectedly snowballed into me setting up a food business. I mean, I've absolutely loved the whole process and I've realised that there is an entrepreneurial side to me. But had I planned to do it? No, I hadn't. It just seemed to happen.
In 2014, Hayley established the Cultured Food Company, an artisan food producer specialising in fermented foods.
While studying nutrition, I had learned how your gut flora is key to your overall health.
Born in 1981, Hayley grew up in Ripponden, a quaint countryside village in West Yorkshire in the north of England. Having frequently holidayed in Ireland, Hayley and her family fell in love with West Cork, and in 1991, what started out as a holiday turned into a permanent move.
My dad really wanted to live the West Cork life, so he set up a greenhouse and we had our own vegetable garden with beehives and chickens and geese. My mum would have always cooked all the meals from scratch and she would have had an interest in healthy eating. Fermentation is the breaking down of the nutrients in the vegetable. So you get a lot more nutrients from them.
Growing up, experiencing organic food culture and witnessing firsthand the affinity her parents shared for good quality food, Hayley realised that these were values she wanted to carry with her throughout her own life.
My daughter, Maya, was born the day after my 20th birthday. Looking back, I was a very young girl, but it was very exciting and I was incredibly happy. Following in the steps of my mother, I wanted to give my children the healthiest foods possible. I came across a book by a nutritionist called Patrick Holford, The Optimum Nutrition Bible, and I was absolutely blown away by the direct link between what you were eating and how it impacted on your health.
With a newfound inspiration, Hayley began to educate herself further on fermented foods, experimenting and coming up with her own recipes. In 2014, Hayley decided to take her produce beyond the confines of her kitchen, setting up the Cultured Food Company and selling her range of sauerkrauts and kimchis at the local farmers market.
When I began selling my products at the market and realised that people were enjoying them, it was a really good feeling. I began to realise that maybe I had a potential business and that, you know, I could take it a little bit further.
So, how does it all work?
To start off with, we have a delivery of cabbage come in. The cabbage is washed and the cores cut off on any outer leaves that might be slightly spoiled. The cabbage is then fed through a cabbage shredding machine. It's collected in buckets, mixed with a certain amount of sea salt. It's tipped into the big bins where the girls pound it with a wooden stick to bruise it and release the water from the cabbage. We need to draw as much liquid from the vegetable as possible so we can submerge it beneath its own juices whilst fermenting in the barrel. So once our products are finished fermenting, it's packed into jars and the jars are labelled and put into boxes, ready for dispatch.
Word of the Cultured Food Company had spread and a number of local food retailers began to take notice. The first of which was Organico, a second-generation health food store in Bantry, run by Hannah and Rachel Dare. Organico is devoted to helping its customers lead a healthier, happier and tastier life.
We came across Hayley back in 2013 when she was just starting out. We were really excited about her products initially, not something that you were able to find in Ireland at that time. What worked really well for us was that she was using organic ingredients, which was really in line with our ethics as a business. Our customers have found her products really enjoyable. You can tell by how popular they are. They fly off the shelves.
Will you search through the lonely earth?
With the support of local businesses and the West Cork community behind her, the only way was up for both Hayley and the Cultured Food Company.
The support from local retailers right from day one was always willing to give support and advice if I needed it. You know, all the local shops, they were willing to take on my products. I also took part in the Food Academy programme with Super Value. That was a good way into all the local Super Values, and they they're really supportive to small local food producers. So I was really lucky to be part of that.
From a young mum of now 4 daughters to nutritional therapist to entrepreneurial business owner, Hayley has worn a multitude of hats over the last 6 years. But what does the future hold?
I never imagined that it would go from, you know, where it was back then to where it is now. When it comes to fermented vegetable foods, I'd like to continue growing and developing our brand here in Ireland, and hopefully one day we'll become a household name. Running my own business and all the demands that go with that, and then of course my 4 daughters and family life. Life is definitely very busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Would you drift o'er the rolling fields for me? Hold me in the highest